You don't have to be a programmer to build your own automated trading strategy. And if you use Tradestation, you can create a custom strategy using a slew of built-in strategies and trading indicators that you can mix and match. And I'm going to show you how to put together a simple system using these tools. This image here, it shows you how to add the strategy elements to a chart. And in this case, we're going to use a daily chart of Apple computers for our testing. Now, to begin the process, you insert a strategy as highlighted in A. This opens the Insert Strategies window. And every line in this window represents a different strategy element, either a entry strategy or an exit strategy for either longs or shorts. And the column indicates the type of strategy element: buy for a long entry, sell for a long exit, short for a short entry, and cover for a short exit. And you can sort these columns to help in your search. And we're going to start out by adding the stops and target strategy to our charts. And this strategy, it issues sell and cover orders to exit trades. At C here, this shows the inputs for the strategy. If the first input is set to 1, then all the subsequent inputs apply to a single share or contract. And in the defaults, it tells Tradestation to exit trades when either $5 per share in profit or $1 per share in loss is reached. And note that this strategy element is really flexible, and it allows you to use break even and even simple trailing stops. Now, having selected the basic exit strategy, we have to focus now on the entries. And there are many options here. Also, there's breakout entries, there's fading entries. Mostly those are oscillator based, volume, and volatility. And you can learn more about each by pressing the definitions button in the Insert Strategies window, which is going to open up the Tradestation help description of how the strategy works and what all the inputs represent. And here we select the moving cross entry strategy. And note that we select two separate strategies here, one for entering longs, which is a buy, and one for entering shorts, which is a sell. And you don't have to use the same type of strategy for both long and short. You could combine the moving cross, the long entry, with a moving two-line cross, the SE, for short entry. For example, well, we're going to keep it simple by choosing the same trade entry method for both longs, shorts. Highlighted in C, you can see the Format Strategies window, which now contains our single strategy to exit long and short trades, and one strategy each for entering long and shorts. You can now view the strategy performance report from the View menu, and then you can see how your strategy performs. And odds are that it's not going to be perfect, because not every strategy is going to work the same way on every instrument and time frame. You're going to need some sort of tweaking. And fortunately, Tradestation gives us really powerful tools to do this. It allows us to essentially optimize every single input in every strategy element. Now, I think this makes it easy to see how easy it is to optimize a strategy. We're going to open up the Format Strategies window, and we're going to select the Stops and Target strategy. Press Format to get to the strategy inputs. In this example, we highlight the input profit target, AMT, the amount, and press Optimize. This opens the optimized window for that input. Simply give it a start and stop value and an increment, and Tradestation is going to calculate the system's profitability for each step. Now, in this case, we'll test profit targets amounts of $10, $20, $30, all the way to $200. And you can repeat this process for every single input in every strategy. But just be careful not to over-optimize. It's best to stick with default indicator values as much as possible, although I do recommend optimizing the profit and stop loss amounts for each symbol and time frame tested, as their normal movement can really vary greatly. Now, once Tradestation completes its optimization, you can look at the results in the optimization report, which you can access from the View menu. In our example, you can see that all profits amounts tested yielded positive overall trading results, which indicates that the system is pretty robust on the daily Apple chart. You should always be careful if the best results is a big green number surrounded by much smaller green values or even red results. This is a clear sign of curve fitting or over optimizing. Unfortunately, that's not the case with this example, because in our example, we only optimized the profit amount and the stop loss amount. We did not optimize any of the entry strategy's inputs. The results, they turned out to be quite strong, as you can see here. And the strategy performance report is also accessed through the View menu, and we show 2 pages from the report: the performance summary and the equity curve line. The figures in the report are based on trading 100 shares of Apple over a 2-year period. Now, the overall profit is over $42,000, not counting slippage and commission. And although the win percentage is only 44, the size of the winners is more than twice the size of the losers, giving us an average net profit per trade of almost $600 per 100 shares traded, which is more than enough to cover normal commissions and slippage. And if you apply the same system to a different instrument, the results can be different though. So make sure you run at least the optimization for the profit and the stop loss amounts. Now, this approach, obviously, it's not perfect. And while it works really well on daily charts, its applications to intraday charts is hampered by the fact that we can't set a start and stop time for day trading. So The trades are taken all around the clock, nor does this approach allow for any power of quitting rules, such as stopping trading if your first trade of the day is a winner, or if you booked $100 worth of profit so far in the session. It's also impossible to apply filters. For example, only entering long trades if the 50-period EMA is above the 200-period EMA, for example. But the approach does give us excellent starting points for testing different strategies that we can later enhance through additional programming. And if you use Tradestation, try building your own system with these tools. There are a wide variety of entry and exit strategies. Just experiment with them and try your own creative combinations. Your ticket to trading income independence is really waiting to be discovered in programs like this.